more. Keep it going for your next comic. Chris Martin, everybody.
Give it up for Lent, everybody. Do you have to give up something specific for Lent, or can you just give up? I think I want to embrace indifference and apathy. I know there's another syllable, I don't care. So I'm an immigrant. I moved here 20 years ago, and I love how multi-ethnic America is. You just have so many options when you decide to become a racist. I'm not a racist, but I plan to get old. So I need to have a portfolio for my 401k, KK. Like, it's a great country to be racist in. You have so many options. I don't know why people complain about how there are so many racists in America. I mean, which country would you expect the racists to live in? I mean, it must be hard being racist in some countries. Like if you're in South Korea, it's just a homogenous country. You hate North Korea, but they're really the same race. I mean, it's just one big nation where the southern half hates the northern half, which is plagiarism, I think. And it must be really hard to be racist in Iceland. They all look the same. Iceland. Like, there isn't even a border you can cross to meet people you want to dislike. Everyone is related to you. You just have to hate members of your own family. That must be so difficult. Yeah, I was thinking about Korea, though, and if there is a war there, something like war, I'm pretty sure there aren't going to be any Civil War reenactors because uranium is too expensive. You could have an animated reenactment, though. Dear Disney, please send us an animation of a hydrogen bomb exploding. Please don't hide the word sex in the cloud. If you're under the age of 18, you probably don't get that joke. So I am an immigrant, and I just got married in January. Thank you. Do you remember the day Donald Trump tweeted that really disparaging thing about the 5th District in Atlanta? That was the day I got married. And you know, the funny thing is we got married in this cathedral, and the stained glass was in really poor taste. So I think Donald Trump would have loved this place. So I got married, and we're trying to get pregnant, which is funny because I'm 40 years old, so it's like you spend 20 years of your life taking all these precautions not to get pregnant, and then all of a sudden you stop. It's like being a cautious driver and wearing a seatbelt and using your turn signals, adjusting the rear view mirror for 20 years, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna have a head-on collision today. And then you and your wife argue about how many head-on collisions you're going to have. 2? Do you have any idea how expensive it is? Yeah, and then somehow you're driving and you make it to New Orleans safely, and you're like, how did we get this far without having a collision? Kelly had a collision in her own driveway. What's wrong with us? Help. But I'm afraid of bringing up a kid in this world because Donald Trump is president now, and it's hard to be a kid because you can't enjoy the Star Wars movies anymore when you're a kid growing up in this world. I mean, Darth Vader used to be terrifying, and now he just looks like middle management. I mean, Jabba the Hutt used to be disgusting and evil, and now he looks like someone who looked at the list of 7 deadly sins and stopped at number 7. Whereas Donald Trump looks like the kind of guy who thought, this is a logic puzzle. What comes 8th in this sequence? Lust, sloth, avarice. Lust, sloth, avarice. Oh, I know, paranoid media commentary. Pre-dawn. So, yeah, say what you will about Darth Vader. He spoke in complete sentences despite the breathing problem, which Donald Trump just has this problem speaking in complete sentences and staying on topic, which I don't get. But anyway, I'll end with this. I mentioned I am an immigrant. I'm from India. I moved from India to the American South, two parts of the world united by their dislike of the English language. And it seems like it's mandatory if you're an Indian stand-up comedian to talk about how people suspect you of being a terrorist. When you're Indian, people don't suspect you of being a terrorist. People suspect you of being a doctor. Thank you. I'm Chris Martin.